My mum said I could watch it. That wasn't even... Yeah. You know what? Yes. I actually do own a saxophone. So that could have been so much better. But I really feel committed to the cringe. Charlie Bond sponsors these actions. Here we are with a Sammy Davis's... Lair of the White Worm, Ken Russell, 1988. I've got a turbulent relationship with this film. For those of us who don't know it, its adaptation is very, very vague. Couple of scenes, some vague elements of Lair of the White Worm, a story, sort of a companion piece to Dracula by Bram Stoker. Small town is being inhabited by a vampire, more of a snaky persuasion, slowly taking in locals in order to sacrifice virgins to an elder chthonic god that is the White Worm itself. There has been a sort of St. Patrick kind of idea with Lord Danbury, or well, even where they are, who is ably played by Hugh Grant, channeling his best unit officer, and being researched by Professor Capaldi, not to be confused with the Doctor. As events unfold, they are able to realise what is going on, that the evil of it all is the amazingly sensually hilarious and sexually provocative Amanda Donhoe as basically as a baroness. And it's a romp. It's an utter romp in that regard. I would say that my relationship with it, because it is never really clear to me when I saw it at like 13 that this was supposed to be a comedy. So I just thought it was bad. I was also at that stage that was kind of prudish about boobs. It's not that I didn't like boobs. It's just like, hey, that's no part of like the film I've come to watch. Yeah, basically just in denial of myself. Though, having said that, it did come onto Channel 4 in 1994, by which point we're talking a full-on loaded explosion in my all-male student halls of Greenstead House. Matt, David, and Ramesh and I basically sat around. Oh, it's brilliant. She's gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh, the Boy Scout. Oh, she put him in the. Which is really what the film has been made for. I would say that the jokes in it are they aren't very good. It's a bit titty not. However, the commitment, it's really about Amanda Donhoe. Absolutely in power of every screen and scene that she's in. I feel that she's absolutely loving the work. And you know what? I'm not gonna try and crass over the stuff like these bizarre flashbacks to a worm eating a man on a cross while Romans ravish nuns. YouTube censorship there. But I will say that it is just done in such a bawdy level. It's hard to take it for myself as any sense of menace. Having said that, I'm a guy. When I look back at my 90s. In regards to the gender policies of this, I'm not gonna paper it over. I think, frankly, anyone who went to university will know that I often felt the warm push of ladies' arm on my chest. Just there's two fingers there, just going, "You're drunk, just go home, Rob. You're just in a state." Oh Jesus, you disgust me. Life's a learning curve. So. You know what the learning curve was? I thought I was a bad man for going home and crying. Turns out that's the correct answer, and all the alpha males are now cancelled. Who knew? I would say that, given that, if you're okay with that, I understand people might not be, and I'm certainly never going to just shove this snake down your throat. It really is fun. I think it's kinetically done enough. It's Quartermass kind of have its cake and eat it levels by having effectively two very male leads in Capaldi and Grant. One being the action hero, one being the science hero, gives it that man from Uncle sort of image. The country folk are played for laughs, so there is a certain Darling Buds element. But it still comes down to Amanda Donhoe just having an absolute laugh. The creatures themselves, in terms of the effects, fleeting and shocking, which is really as it should be. Very visceral, hit the note and run. Ken Russell is very good in this film in regards to getting that done. The mythos itself, also just even the stuff, just every character in it is a character, so you can like it or not. Be it the bumbling vampire PC who went on to become Sarge in his own sitcom, or the Alfred Ronnie Barker type go, yes, I remember those maidens, lock up the maidens, love and all the grants. It's all done for show. What we're watching even now behind me, the songs itself, this bizarre sort of country folk with a bit of electric guitar. You know, this is without this film there'd probably be no Mumford and Sons. I would say, I'm not saying that would be a bad thing. The fact is, it does it all with just so much hyperbole. You can't help but sort of be dragged along to it and its charms, even outside of the more obvious ones. The endings kind of try it, but it's so Little Britain. I'm sorry, computer said no, it didn't actually send you the antidote. Haha. You go along with it. I'm surprised it's not seen more success, actually, on reflection. My understanding is that this is quite a cult film. Everyone's heard of, or if you've seen. I haven't really seen it do the Prince Charles late night features, as far as having watched it again recently. I think it absolutely sell out. There's a sing-along element to it. It's daft, but it's willfully daft. It's sexy, but it's gleefully sexy. The 10 rounds rapid fire of it. This is a film that was written by Flashheart in Blackadder. It has no attempt to be anything other than that. And I think there is something to be said about doubling down. There's an absolute sense of, like, if you're going to double down. I mean, the fact is, that Boy Scout represents so many teenage boys who would actually go along with all of that. All the stranger danger in the world. All the stranger danger in the world is kind of like, because it all comes down to one fundamental element. The male ego can never be underestimated when it comes to its own sex appeal. Yes, I'm a Boy Scout. Of course Amanda Donhoe, who's a lady of a manor, is going to want me. I'm enough. And with that, I will bid you all adieu. And hope you get to slay the beasties in your life. Don't go changing.